Today we are going to be looking at one electronic communication. So we're going to be starting with electronic mail. So electronic mail is what we call email. Short is email. So email is short for electronic mail, and it is one of the most widely used features of the internet along with the web. Emails are usually used to send and receive messages. Emails are delivered extremely fast. Emails can be sent and received from any computer that has an internet connection. Email messages consist of text such as letters, videos, graphics, and sound files can also be sent as attachments. To send and receive messages, you must have an email address. An email address is usually unique. It is easily recognized because it contains the @ symbol. It should be typed as a continuous string of letters, numbers, and symbols, meaning there should be no space whatsoever in your email address when you are typing an email address. An email address consists of three parts: the account name, example EDPM class 11, the @ symbol, followed by the name of the ISP or email provider, example Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, etc. Composing emails. When composing emails, you should keep paragraphs and sentences brief but clear. Use correct grammar and spelling. Proofread your message before sending it to ensure that it is free of errors. Use the line labeled subject to type a brief, clear statement that indicates the content of the email. And it usually helps in terms of what mail the person read first, in terms of priority. Avoid using fancy fonts. So this is what an email window looks like. So this is from a Gmail window, and if you look to your left hand side, you will see compose, which is what you would normally click on when you want to compose an email. You would see inbox, and the list goes on and on. You will see the send button. So after you have composed your email, you would click on the send button. You will see a section from, which is whoever the email is coming from, and another section for to, which would show who you are sending the email to. CC, if you are sending an email to somebody and somebody else needs to see this copy, you can send it in the CC. Use up the CC section by typing that person's email in it as well. BCC is for the same purpose as the CC, but with BCC, which means blind carbon copy, the persons who are receiving it will not know are the other persons who will receive this email. The subject, which is what we spoke about earlier, is a section where you summarize what the email is about. And where you have here are the contents of the email, that's the section where you type the body of the email. Features of an electronic email. Well, I just explained this part of it, but I'm going to leave it there. If you need to, get more information or to read it in detail, you could pause the video and read it. I'm going to move to the next slide. Sending attachments. An email attachment is a computer file sent along with an email message. So sometimes you are sending an email and you want to send some files with it. That's the purpose of the attachment section. And it is recognized by a paperclip looking icon, which is where the finger is pointing. Advantages and disadvantages of electronic mail. The advantages are speed of delivery, and all of these are self-explanatory. Low cost, because you don't have to pay any taxi fare or to burn gas to go to the mailing, the post office to send off these mail, because you're sending it electronically. And the speed of delivery, it is talking about how fast it will reach the recipient, as opposed to when you go to the post office to send off that mail. Multiple simultaneous recipients, quite a few persons can receive this letter in that short space of time as well. Portability, which speaks for itself. Disadvantages, unsolicited mail virus. So when you do like group mail, sometimes you get viruses, which is really unwanted. Vulnerable to loss, mails, emails, electronic mails can get lost, and it is accessible to others. So even though you may send an email to one particular person, this person might send the email to other persons that you may not necessarily want to have that email. Managing and organizing email. After an email is read, you should perform one of the following actions: reply, or delete, or you file it, or you forward it, or you schedule it. Managing inbox. Check your email regularly. Separate personal and work emails. So you'll have emails that are personal and work related. Separate them. Have a folder for personal email and one for work email. Create folders and use a telephone. Alright, this is a 5-folder method that I'm going to discuss with you as to how you can divide up your folders that you would create. Alright, so have a folder. Well, usually your email have an inbox folder, so you can keep that and treat that section of your email as a holding pen. Create a folder called today. Items that need a response today should go in that folder. Another folder would be called this week. So messages that require a response before the end of the week is finished, you would put those emails in that folder. Another folder, you would call that month, quarter. So every email that you need to respond to during the month or the quarter, you would put that in there. So everything that needs a longer term response would go in that folder. Then you have another folder called for your information, FYI, and that of course would be used for emails that you need to use for future reference, use in the future. So it's used for future reference. Alright, so moving messages into a folder, how do you do that? You do that by selecting the email message that you want to move to the folder. Then you drag and drop it into the folder that you want it in. Please note that to move more than one email, you select an email, then hold down the shift key, and select other messages. The other messages that you want, of course, to put in that folder. And then click drag and drop them into the folder. Sorting email. Look for the sort label at the top of the screen and choose the way you want your emails to be organized. Email messages may be sorted by sender email in ascending order or descending order. Date, newest on top. You could have the date, oldest on top. So you could have it either the newest email on top followed by the oldest one, or you could have the oldest on top followed by the newest ones. And then you can have another called unread, emails that are unread or labeled as unread. Please remember to like, share, comment, watch the ads, guys. And if you have not subscribed before, please remember to subscribe, and remember again to just share. Thank you guys for watching.